Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're watching me from. It's evening here in the UK, and it's your girl Cassie from Cassie Classic Kitchen. Thank you very much for coming back to view my videos, to share my videos, to like. Thanks for your subscription. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do well to subscribe. Click on the like buttons, click on the notification buttons to enable you know when I drop my new videos. Thank you very much. Happy New Year. Hope you're keeping good. So today I'll be showing you how I make Oha Soup, one of my recipe for Oha Soup. So just join me so we cook it together. I'll start by introducing the ingredients for the soup. So here are my ingredients. In a pot I have my washed meat, goat meat, and cow stripes. I've got onion. In here I've got Uziza seed blend, and here I've got Ofor, blended Ofor. I've got my seasoning cube. I've got fish already washed and deboned. I soaked it in the hot water, warm water so to say, with salt, and I washed and cleaned it. And I've got my green Scotch bonnet pepper. I've got crayfish blended. I've got palm oil. I've got Uziza leaf washed and diced. I've got Oha leaf, which is the star of the show. Oha leaf already diced. I've not washed it. I've got salt, and I've got my stockfish. Let's get started. So in the pot, the wash meat, I add my diced onion, and I'll be adding my stockfish. I've been soaking it for some time, so to enable it soften, so it's kind of soft. So just put it in to enable it to cook. That's why we're putting it with the meat, because it's strong. Though because I soaked it, it's helped a little, so it's not that strong anymore. If you don't want to do it this way, you can use your pressure pot. If you have one, use your pressure pot to cook it, but I'm not doing that today. So and I'll be adding 2 teaspoons of my seasoning cubes, a tablespoon of crayfish, and half a teaspoon of salt. I'll cover and let it cook till the meat brings out its own juice. So at this point, the meat has been boiling. As you can see, it's got its own juice. So I'll go ahead to add some water to it, just the right quantity for the soup, enough to cook the soup. So this is the quantity I want my soup to be, so I'll just add that quantity of water, though it's going to reduce by the time the meat boils very well. So we might be adding water at some point, but for now I'm okay with this. It should be enough to cook the meat and the stockfish till they are tender. So this has been cooking for like 10 to 15 minutes, and the stockfish is very tender as well as the meat. So at this point we'll be adding our remaining Uziza seed to it, and also we'll be adding the fish, our deboned and properly washed fish, so it's all washed and clean. nicely washed and cleaned and deboned. If you don't have fish, you can still cook it without it, so that's fine. There is one ingredient I forgot to introduce to you, which is this ogiri. This is ogiri, and it's also called locust beans. It's locust beans. We'll be using it, so I'll be adding some of it now. So this is our locust beans. I'll be adding it now, and the reason why I'm adding it now, some people don't like the smell or the scent, the smell of it. So if you add it by this time, as your soup continues to cook, the smell will fade. Yeah, but you cannot cook, not like you cannot cook Oha soup without ogiri. Some people can do, I can do without it, but I love using it to cook my Oha soup. So cover and allow it to boil for like 5 more minutes before we add in other ingredients. So it's been cooking for like 5 minutes now. I'll be adding my palm oil, adding 2 spoons of this to it. Cover and allow it to cook. I want the oil, palm oil, to cook very well. That's why I'm adding it at this point. Let the palm oil cook very well, and it will cook till it circulates, till you don't see them like this. That's when you know you can now start adding other ingredients. So at this point, as you can see, the oil is well circulated. We'll be adding our Ofor. Ofor is a thickener, a thickening agent. That's what we'll be using for this today. We can use achi or ede, but today I'm using Ofor for it. So I'm adding like 3 to 4 teaspoons. I'm not adding so much. You have to be careful when adding that, or else your soup is going to look very thick, so to say. It's looking watery now. Not bother, don't worry about it. Just turn it, ensure that the Ofor you just added is well circulated, then cover and allow it to cook. It's going to get thick. This has been cooking for like 2 minutes. As you can see, it's thicker than it was. This is the consistency I'm going for. I don't want it to be thicker than this, because once the soup gets cold, it gets thicker. So I don't want it to be too thick. I'm okay with this consistency. Then I'll go ahead and add my crayfish, the remaining crayfish. Stir and add the remaining Scotch bonnet. And allow it to cook for 2 more minutes before we add our Uziza and our Oha. So at this point, you can taste for salt, taste for pepper, taste for seasoning, adjust where you want to, the way you want it. So this has been cooking for like 2 minutes. We'll be adding our washed Oha leaf to it. And we'll also be adding our washed and diced Uziza leaf. And stir. Oha soup not they pass like this now. You need to taste the soup. It's so delicious. It's so good. I'm not saying this because I'm the one that cooked it. I'm saying it because that is the fact. So this is our Oha soup. Our Oha soup is ready. Yummy. It's yummy ready. It's yummy and ready. You can use more Oha if you want, but this is how I want it. I don't want it to be so crowded with Oha. So if you want more Oha, you can add more Oha. You can add more Uziza if you want, but this is just what I'm going for. So this is our Oha soup. Just give it a try and let me know what you think about it, what it tastes like. But I can assure you, this is so delicious. It's so good. Thank you so much for following me, joining me to cook this soup. Thank you for watching till the end. Thank you for your love. I really appreciate you all. God bless you. See you in my next video where I'll be uploading more interesting recipes that you'll try. Try this Oha soup and let me know what you think about it and tell me how it went. Please, I'm begging, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscription button and the notification bell. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. Thank you and God bless you. Take good care of yourself. Bye-bye.